All right, guys. So I got Chim Chim, or Shaved Peace Woman, as he prefers to be known as,
Hello, everybody.
with me. We're gonna make a. This is our part 2 of our Arma 3 editor series.
Oh yeah.
The map we are on is Zargabad, and we're going to make where the players are the insurgents, and they're going to ambush a Blue 4 convoy as it comes through downtown. So first things first, I always like to put down the players first.
So
We're
is
gonna
this an actual separate mod or add-on to the game?
no. So yeah, this is all part of the cup, the community upgrade project. This is all part of the family of mods that we normally use.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it comes. We even use this one, even when we use RHS, which is kind of similar.
Yeah.
We will use the cup to make sure that we have these maps, because they have. This is a map from Arma 2 that they ported up. So, like I talked about in the first one, you always go and make sure that you mark your people as playable. I like to, when we're doing these, I won't give everyone an RPG, but I'll give everybody different gear. Just to make sure people kind of have to rely on each other,
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I always leave those crates laying around too, so if people want to trade out their stuff, like Anora's pulling out a fucking revolving grenade launcher.
Revolving grenade launcher, yeah. He loved that thing.
Dude, I can't believe he got mortared so fucking bad.
Dude, we got artillery so bad.
Yeah, that was great. All right, so we'll start out with that small group of players, and then we're going to drop. So it's going to be, before I start setting up their base, I'm going to put the convoy in and make its route so that we know where we want to stash RPGs or IEDs and stuff like that. So
just set them a ways away so give them time.
Yeah. Well, and I'll show you. I use a trigger. To get the convoy started too.
Okay, because I remember you saying all of a sudden, oh hey, the convoy's coming when we set up that little ambush.
Yeah. So let's see. What do we want to use? I kind of want to use a striker, but I'm a little worried about the Crow's system. Yeah.
Really good at spotting.
Yeah. Well, plus bullets do nothing to it.
Fair enough.
So it's got to be it would have to be an RPG.
Like a light skinned vehicle.
Yeah. I'll make that the heavy vehicle out of the group. I'll put 1151 deployment. These are the Humvees that we had in Korea, the 1151s.
Nice.
Yeah, they're the up armor.
Very nice.
And then,
And they got MRAPs and everything.
oh yeah, we'll use the RG31.
I mean, that's a pretty heavy armored vehicle too.
Yeah, it's an MRAP, mine resistant, ambush proof, all that jazz. And then we'll throw some dismounts there too. We'll throw some Marines in there, because why not?
I can put them actually inside.
Yeah. So the cool part is when you do a separate squad, first before I do that, I'm going to give them their waypoint orders. When you put a separate infantry squad in there, they will act independently of the convoy once they come into contact.
Gotcha.
So I always put one waypoint that stops way short of where I want them to be, and I set that to be the triggered waypoint. And so I'm going to have them go ahead and patrol, patrol around the mosque. And so if you hold control when you're dropping waypoints, it just automatically gets you ready to drop another one, so you don't have to keep clicking back and forth.
That's good to know.
So we're going to kind of snake this around through here.
You're about to turn that one little alleyway.
I was. Here, and then up and into the base.
Okay.
All right, so there's the waypoints. So that gives us an idea of where we can potentially attack them from. And kind of like I did with our town defense on the Takistan Mountains map, I'm going to spread the players out, because I felt like that was pretty cool, starting all of us off in kind of somewhat different areas. We were already guarding a section of the town.
Yeah, I thought that was actually really nice. Kind of like already setting up a perimeter.
Yeah. So, and then I forgot to ask, because I know I did. I don't know if anybody else did, but did you ever pick up any of the random AT4s that I had left laying around?
I picked them up like multiple times.
Yeah.
There was vehicles everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. That was like kind of my point. Like, so like this guy on the roof, right? Like it would make sense for an RPG to be stashed on this roof. Yeah. So if you go into props and you just type in RPG, you'll see in the launchers, these are all the different RPGs. So RPG 7, 7v2, Classic. And then you just put it down right there on the ground.
And then just put rockets next to it.
Yeah. So, and some of the things that you can do too is like,
or just put an ammo box or something.
You can really get into it if you want to. It's super.
That's very in depth, yeah.
Yeah, you can get as in depth with it if you want. So, like, put this cache on the back corner. Move this guy. Put this cache on the back corner. There's nothing actually in this.
Yeah.
But it's kind of just a cool little piece, and then we can actually raise this RPG up.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Oh, just wait. And now if we come over here to the rotation widget, we can actually rotate the RPG so it looks like it's leaning on the crate.
Like a legit weapon cache.
Yeah. See how it's just kind of kicked back laying there?
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Yep. And then going back to this, if you type in RPG again, it'll come up with the backpack. So that...
Okay. Nice.
You see the pack on it, yeah. Come in here, and you go into the equipment storage on it. You can go to the launchers, and you can actually add stack ammo in there. So let's see. Here we go. The PG7V heats.
Yeah.
So there you go. I put 7 in there. So now I can actually grab this guy. Oh, I put this in multiplayer. Let me name this guy real quick.
When Connor goes and spawns in, he'll be able to get...
Yeah. We'll name this one Chim Chim. So, and whenever you change your role description, this is what is viewable in the lobby. So see Chim Chim here now?
Yeah, so then that'll be the spawn.
Yeah, so that's how you know who's who. So that's why if I give people specific, like when I tried to give Dagger the sniper rifle last Friday, I had specifically named that one as, sniper, so I knew. Uh-oh.
That would be the sniper? Oh,
yeah. Where'd that bag go? Is it laying on the ground? Nope.
Yeah. Showed 1. That's weird.
And that's why you always test. But yeah, so now we got an RPG.
Nice.
And this way we'll test the convoy too and see if it actually follows the route it's supposed to.
So what do you usually set up the route key for?
Right now, nothing. I just want to make sure. I just want to see if the column actually follows it. I didn't even put the infantry.
Now it's already going.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we should actually be able to see it. Like if we climb up here and expose Chim Chim.
Yeah.
We can see because we know that they're going to pass through that other town on their way here.
Yeah. Yep, there they are. Looks I thought I saw them.
Oh, they're already in the town.
That was quick.
Watch right there.
Holy shit.
Just the striker, though, it looks like.
Yeah. Watch, shoot it, see what happens.
Yeah.
Release.
I hit the tires. I took the tires out. Oh yeah. I was about to say I'm dead.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Oh.
It would definitely be cool to have more people like help out with the big missions because I feel like if we get more hands in it, it could be just even more epic.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. I would say if you had a good 15 people, you could do this mission itself as a PvP. You make one.
Yeah.
You have one side work it. You have one side work it as Blue 4, one side work it as Op 4. But I'm curious why.
Because it would almost be cool to even do like a whole invasion, almost like a Fallujah type
Yeah.
mission. Where
Yeah.
it's like you got like a whole Marine force coming in, and you got like helicopters, the whole shebang
Oh,
going
yeah.
on.
So let's
Like
start
that
these
would
guys.
like that would be pretty sweet too.
So we can do that. We can even do a foot patrol if we wanted to instead of
Yeah.
vehicles. So let's scrap the vehicles because the vehicles have been wonky for some reason. When you try to put like multiple on a route together, they just have been wonky. So let's put some advanced people out here. So we'll make them
a section is British.
Yeah. So stagger column, put them on safe. So if you put them on safe, they walk around at the low carry, so their weapon's not held upright the entire time.
Yeah.
And then if you put them on limited speed, they actually walk. So now that we grouped all them together, these are all the different waypoints and stuff we can give them. So, we'll just have them do a dismounted infantry patrol through the town.
That's what you're doing, like when you're bringing in like all the infantry at us, like you're having them just kind of walk in,
Yeah.
and then, like all of a sudden, like, oh shit, there's enemy, like let's kill them.
Yep. That's pretty much exactly it. So now that we have that set, those guys will start from there. But so let's say we wanted to beef this up, right? Let's say we wanted to turn this into an actual fighting position. So I'll go into the props section. I'll pull up sandbags. These are actually some of my favorite assets. Are these sandbag ones?
Oh yeah, with the shooting holes out of them.
Yeah, because I mean, you stick that in that corner like that. And even the short ones, if you take the short one, and if you hold Alt to change the elevation, it'll snap to whatever's nearest. But now look at that fighting position. You know what I mean? That's a lot more cover. Yeah. That's a lot more cover.
And it looks clean too.
Yeah. So this is what I did for that town defense. This is what I did all the way around. I mean, look, that's pretty dang natural looking,
It looks, yeah, very.
And now you take the RPG from over here, and you put it.
There you go.
You put it up on top of that sandbag like that, Or let's say we wanted a PKM, right, to make it look like it's a machine gun nest. Mm-hmm. We can actually take this PKM and lay it there just like that.
Nice.
Yeah. So it looks so it looks like an actual machine gun position, right? Or at least a hard point,
Yeah. Almost put like a sniper nest on top.
Yeah, and let's say we want to make sure that they can't, the AI can't attack through the front. We can do the sandbags again. And let's say we can do the sandbags. Whoop, grab the wrong. So each color obviously rotates differently.
Yeah.
Along a different axis.
Okay, I see. Like a barricade sandbag. Okay.
Yeah, and see now that pathway is blocked, so they have to go around the building. They can't just walk underneath it.
Right.
And if you did that all the way down along here,
makes it more of a fighting like a little fort.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I did, In
that village.
Yeah.
Just transformed it.
Yeah, really.
That looks sweet.
And you just got to kind of slide it around sometimes so it looks all right. And so
is it going to cut it off inside the buildings, or is it still just going to be kind of hanging out?
It's going to kind of poke out.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's going to poke out. It's not perfect, but this is in August. This will be a 10-year-old game.
That's insane. I mean,
yeah.
It's still such a fun game.
Yeah.
And people love to watch it.
Oh yeah. So if we drop, if we want to make this whole area like a little mini base.
Yeah.
Right?
There you
go. So now this gate can still be open, but let's say,
Makes it more defensible though.
Oh yeah, and I like to use in layers, so I'll stack it kind of like that.
Okay.
So that way you can actually move like in cover the entire time.
Yeah. That looks good. Looks awesome.
And then depending how you want to do it, you could either angle it and cut these buildings off completely,
Right.
or you could incorporate them into it.
Gotcha.
You know? And so now you can see what we'll do is I'm gonna bring that squad a lot closer.
The 10 minutes that you were working on it already is like a much better fighting position.
Yeah. Oh
The
yeah.
opportunities are endless. Like,
Yeah.
you
Well,
can
and
do
that. I mean, this you see. So the only way up is for the blue four to either fight their way all the way around through here and up these stairs, or to come across the front through the gate and up and in. So let's test that. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another new mod that I did grab for us that we used on the last time that worked out phenomenally is it prevents the AI from going prone, because that's always been like a big pain in the ass for me, is that the AI always just as soon as they come into contact they just lay down.
Oh, and then like they just crawl forever.
Yeah, they're they're up on this rooftop like this guy is, but they're laying down. So the only way to kill them is to come up here and fight them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we'll put this.
That'd definitely be a pain in the butt because you would never be able to find him.
Yeah, so we'll put this sniper up there behind that sandbag barricade like that. Let's take this guy with the PKM, and we'll have him basically be covering the back.
Gotcha. And then these are all of our spawn points.
Yeah, and these are all players. So,
Yeah.
and then, and we can throw this guy right here. Actually, let's throw him in this hallway. So, and then let's say we want to give ourselves a respawn point. So the easiest way to do it, you have to do it while you're looking at the map, is go to these markers, take a dot, place it down, and name it respawn _ east. And that is now a op4 respawn point. Once you go into attributes, multiplayer, see where it says respawn disabled?
Yeah.
So turn it on respawn on custom position, and I usually put it at like 5 to 10 second delay, and then I enable revive for all players. So that means that you can pick each other back up once you go down.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting seeing all the little things.
Yeah. So now we go in, we pick Chim Cham, we hit OK. And we'll see. So here we are on the rooftop. We can see we got everybody guarding back here. We got our sniper set up over there. And then if we come over to this position, here's the PKM just laying on the sandbags.
Yep. And their rocket launcher there.
RPG's right there. If we want to fight through this hole, we just come over here, hit C to steady against it. And we're set, man. We're in a solid position. So let's swap to the PKM. And look, now the AK's laying there.
Nice.
Come in here. Hit C. And I mean, that's a pretty good machine gun position, man. You're in a pretty good amount of cover.
That's deadly.
Yeah. So to give it a little third person perspective, I mean, look at that thing.
That's And you got cover from allies and other units.
Oh yeah. So now we'll just wait and see what happens. Oh, and a quick way to test easiest way to test. It'll set the blue 4 off, but whatever. To check the respawn position is to wait 5 seconds. There he is. All right, so that worked. Respawn works.
Oh yeah. And we're not underground.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was my fault last time because of where I set the respawn position, that dot.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have set it on that ledge like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, we were all like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. So, but imagine if we took another 5 minutes or so and we ran these sandbags all the way around and turned this entire building into a hard spot. And then, then, we could block off this hallway. And so that you can't even get to the roof at that point, you know?
Put a couple more PKMs up there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or put an actual turret, you know, like a Dishka or a Cord.
Or an AA.
Yeah. There we go. See? And see how they're
chilling.
Yeah, they're just on patrol. So they should come through. They should hang a left.
Right there.
I think they'll hang a left right there.
Yeah.
And they'll walk up this way. Yep. See?
There.
He hung a left. And so you see how they're kind of walking, relaxed.
Yeah.
Not really. So let's see now. If I stand up and deploy my bipod, how long it takes the AI to react. Oh, did he see me? Yep, there it is. And I mean, you know how Arma 3 AI is. To be able to not have gotten killed in that exchange is pretty good.
I don't know how.
You see the sandbags hitting? You see their
so freaking accurate. Yeah.
rounds are hitting the sandbags around.
Like if you don't take cover, like you're screwed.
Yep.
Like they'll shoot you through trees and leaves and everything.
Yep. So.
Nice.
All right, so that works. But
Awesome.
let's get even crazier with it, man. You ready? We're gonna make it even harder for everybody. So ambient civilian presence.
Oh god.
Yeah. So there we go. So that should give us a civilian presence. Yep. There we go.
How many people does that make?
Should end up making.
Civilian presence spawn point.
Yep. So capacity. Select the number of civilians that can use given position at any time. Use closest building. Cover and waypoint. Yep. So this gives them places to go to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Civilian count 5. Let's crank it up to 20.
Use panic action. As soon as that shit hits the fan, they go crazy.
Let's find out. But it's all kind of like, I want to make it feel interesting, right? I want to make it feel real. When you have a big empty town and somebody just patrolling through it, like it's pretty obvious.
It's pretty weird. Yeah.
It's pretty obvious that there's something about to go down, you know?
Like civilians know what's going on.
Yeah. And I enjoy the fact that with the Op 4 and the Takistani militia, I don't know if you noticed, but the outfit and the clothings change every time.
I haven't noticed that.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody.
They should, they all have to kind of spawn. There we go. If it's 18 guys in shorts and a t-shirt, I'm gonna laugh.
What the hell?
It's the normal. So those are the Arma 3 civilian outfits, is what it is. Those aren't the Pakistani local outfits.
It's just a bunch of dudes in shorts.
Yeah. So let's go back. We can tweak that, but it's you get the
Anything you want, yeah.
yeah, you get the gist of it. So
That's awesome.
and what you can do too is unit type. So right here you can
Okay. You can change like the whole.
yeah. So
Wow.
Africans would probably be better. And yeah, you just want to put the spawn point somewhere that isn't in plain sight, but that's not the only one you can use. There's CB, let's see, environment, audio, no.
So when you have just like a random helicopter fly by, like that's just you just having like a dude just fly by,
But yeah,
just to add a little extra something.
yep. Here we go. So apparently I don't have it on here right now, but I've got between Drongos and
You can add animals.
yeah. Oh yeah. But there's all kind. I mean, dude, there's all kinds of shit that you can add in here. Events,
Wow.
environment.
Like rain and weather. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it starts snowing.
Yeah, effects, bubbles, cartridges, chem lights, close air support, EMP burst,
Wow.
flares, IR grenades, ordnance. Yeah, man.
Lightning bolts, randomly nukes.
Yep. All kinds of shit.
When you're invincible.
And then like let's say we want to mess with the environment, which it can be kind of a pain in the butt sometimes because it can make some people's rigs run a lot worse. But like
Yeah, that makes sense.
let's say we want to run this at 4:00 in the morning and we want to make it super foggy, right? And it's only going to get better. So now you run in here and it adds a whole nother element to it. Now the blue 4 is going to be using their nods, right? But look at all that fog and haze in the town now.
That just adds it all. Yeah.
Kind of gives you that graveyard feel, right?
Yeah.
So imagine this is the one where you can be the insurgents and set up a little outpost like this and defend from zombies, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting perspective instead of being like the actual military. It's it's a zombie invasion from the Taliban perspective.
That would actually be kind of interesting. That actually would be.
Yeah, gunning. You gotta pull back and gun zombies down in your fucking Toyota Tacoma.
Fucking technical.
Yeah, there you go. That guy's got pants.
There we go. Finally. Like, it's probably freezing out there.
So, but yeah. So
That actually could be interesting. Doing it as an op 4.
yeah. Well, and so here's what's cool too, right? So let's say we're wanting to model this after Afghanistan, right?
Right.
So we can go into the general here, and we set the independents are friendly with both, right? So if independents are friendly with both, and we take some Pakistani locals, we take a infantry section of them that's like a weapons group, we could actually have them patrol as well, but because they don't show any aggression, because they won't attack the blue 4, it'll look like kind of like partner forces. Not necessarily partner forces, but like locals that are just locals, not Taliban, basically.
Yeah.
And if we want them to just repeat that 4-way patrol that we just gave them, you take cycle and you drop it near one of the other waypoints, and now they will just continue on that patrol until they get engaged in combat or something crazy happens, and they have to, and their animation changes. So you go into limited, put them in a safe, and then we'll have these guys walk in just a single file column.
Yeah.
And so when they start going, they will. But we can also take group civilians. Well, there are no civilian groups. But let's grab. Let's find a Takistani person. Hang on. There we go. Civilians, Takistan. Let's do cars. Do the little van. Oop. Let's undo that. Control Z is always your quick undo.
Okay.
Take this guy and see. Don't worry about storage. Need that. Okay, we don't need to worry about any of that. Click on the unit symbol. So see where it says patrol here?
Yeah.
So we could set that to 50. Put on limited and safe. And within 50 meters of his spawn point, he will just randomly drive around like on a patrol.
What?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It just adds a whole nother element.
Yeah. Yeah, like say we want this bus, right? We do the same thing with the bus, or we could put it on another route to patrol around. Or if we want to have, let's say we want the Blue 4 to have support, like a helicopter supporting them, we can actually take one of these UH-60s from this airfield and depending on what we want to do, like if we want it to be like a command and control unit only, we can actually put it on forced hold fire, put it on safe.
We'll just fly around.
And what we'll do is we'll give it a waypoint to loiter, and it'll just fly in circles around the city.
Nice.
So now let's take a look at what we got now.
And so from the same one, you're able to do zombies and all that stuff too?
Yeah, we need to. I don't have the zombies and demons mod turned on right now, or else I'd throw them in there.
Right.
Because they have their own built-in spawners too. So all right, so let's.
Just like all these guys.
Yep. See that car?
Yeah, it's just driving around.
Yep. Just driving around. Now he will. It's Arma 3. He will accidentally run over Blue 4 or AI and shit like that. So that'll happen. But look, here comes the bus.
Wow.
So
helicopter.
Yep. There it is. Yep.
There it is. Wow. That added so much in just the 5 minutes.
Yep. And so now, you've got
patrols happening.
You've got your civilians walking around, people walking around. Yep.
And then that other patrol, the military Blue 4 is coming.
And now here's the cool part. That helicopter, while it may not shoot us, it will communicate with the other Blue 4 that we're here.
Really?
Yep.
So yeah, he just saw you.
Most likely, yeah. But yeah, it's in a loiter pattern now, so it's just going to kind of fly in circles around the city.
And act like a spotter for them.
Yep.
Wow, that's actually cool. Holy cow.
And look, the sniper's using his
binoculars.
Yeah, man. Damn. See, here comes that Blackhawk again. But see, if you don't tell it, and here's the cool part, right? Let's say you do that, but you don't tell the players that you do that. You can't tell me that right now everyone in our group wouldn't be fucking shitting their pants at the Blackhawk's about to run them down.
Freaking out.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, it's not engaging them.
They're like, why is it just zooming around? Like, and it's actually like loitering, but it's like flying fast.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, what the hell is that helicopter just flying around for?
Yeah. And I mean, we're in a fog, so it's, I mean, even seeing where that patrol is going to walk through, it's going to be hard to see. And we put the fog on a decay, so it's actually going to get worse. And look, there's the independent forces. They're not they're walking at the high ready. So something either triggered them already, or I didn't click the button right. But yeah,
So that helicopter, remember? They're with the blue 4.
and look at the fog getting worse, dude. You barely see that helicopter now.
You can't even see it now.
Yep.
You can just see it just getting thicker and thicker.
Yep.
Holy cow. And then once it's fully thick, you're just going to stay like that until you do something?
Yeah.
And so how do you just keep hopping in and out when you're playing?
Like how do I go in and give like the enemy troops and stuff like that?
Right, like while we're playing, you just hop in and out and you make shit happen like while we're
Yeah,
playing.
so I give myself the Zeus ability,
Okay.
which I'll show you here in a second. But yeah, so there you go. You got civilians just kind of cruising around. So
That patrol is probably like right on top of you at this point.
yeah, and so it, like, if you go back, you could actually get away with deleting all the modules for the civilians and just take,
Like just group of them.
yeah, so you just take, let's get, and I always just kind of grab like a bunch of randoms of them, right?
Yeah, so they don't look all the same.
Yeah. And
Like
so
a bunch of shorts.
yeah, so now gotta remember to click on the square. The square gives you different options than clicking directly on them. So put them on safe.
Oh, gotcha.
Let's give them a patrol of 15.
Okay. And you can't just select all of them and then hit the square? You have to do each one?
That was my next thing that I was gonna show you.
Oh, shit. So that just did all of them.
Let's double check. Oops. No.
Okay.
I wish, but if they were like grouped together in one squad, yes, it would.
Got you.
But because they're each their own squad technically, no.
Right. Okay, that makes sense because it's an individual squad
Yep.
instead of multiple. Okay.
But once you have them all done like this, oops.
This is right around where that patrol's gonna walk through.
You can copy and paste them.
Oh, nice.
And so they all have those. They all have that same parameters of safe, limited speed, patrol within 15 meters. And so you could actually make your little market get pretty busy.
Wow. So you do like a little bit of work, like a little bit extra work, but then you can do it like this, and it just makes it way more
Yeah.
in depth. Like that's a lot of people.
Yeah. So now let's take a look at it, and let's check on these guys real quick. Safe. Yeah. Yeah. So something set them off. So let's dump them.
Okay.
And like the same thing, like cars, right? Let's do the Hilux. And now we can just randomly dump these. And if you put them on roads, they'll, like, when they're in safe mode, they turn their headlights on. They drive safely on the roads. Like,
Yeah.
um,
Like normal people.
Yeah. So let's say, check this out. Now check this part out. Let's say we want a guy's having car problems. All right. So let's say his UAZ is all jacked up. So we're gonna put his UAZ. We're gonna kind of put it here like this, and then we're gonna take one of the civilians. This guy will do. So we're gonna have him kind of standing there like that. We're gonna double click on him. Go to ambient animations. We're going to put can exit, otherwise he'll stay there no matter what. Scroll down. Repair vehicle kneeling. And so now we're going to take him and put him. We'll put him on this side, just so it kind of hides that he's actually not actually doing anything.
Yeah.
So now let's see what all this looks like now that we added all these extra actors or characters, you know?
This is crazy. You can add so much stuff.
Yeah.
And that looks like super suspicious too.
Right.
Like, what's this guy doing over here?
So now if you watch him, see him down there?
Yeah.
He's literally working on his car.
That's crazy. Oh my god, that's so cool. He's just kicking it.
Yeah, and then look at all the people just kind of milling around the street.
Wow. That's so many people. That's amazing. This dude's pissed at this car right now.
Yeah.
You should put like a smoke grenade underneath of it or something.
So, funny enough, I can actually put an IED in it, and a trigger for the IED to go off whenever like Blue 4 comes within a certain distance of it.
Dude. That's crazy.
So, and I mean, you'll see it has probably 3 different options that it runs through. And then there's the bus going down the road.
Helicopter's probably flying around too.
Yep, there it goes.
There. Wow.
And the bus stopped to make sure it didn't run anybody over. But like we could even fill that bus full of people, right? To make it look like even more natural.
Yeah. This is just a fucking, like, just busting the city right now.
Yeah.
And it's about to go down.
And look, there's a truck driving through the market.
And then now just imagine just a horde of zombies coming.
Yeah. There's a little VW bus out there.
Oh, shit.
But you see what I mean? Like, this is...
Yeah.
And how long has this taken us to do? You know?
Like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And, like, it could have taken a lot less, you know, but you're explaining stuff.
Yeah. And then look at the sniper watching the helicopter through his binoculars.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And then watch what happens.
Screaming and shit.
See, even the guy working on his car took off running. That's why I checked the can exit box.
Yeah.
I think I might have hit that guy.
You did too.
What you see? Everybody's running. You know?
That's a good way to clear the city.
Yeah. So imagine you ambush the squad, right? Nothing. Everything's chill. Everything's cool, and you ambush the squad. Now you got civilians sprinting everywhere too.
Yeah.
Imagine if you flip the perspective, you know, and you've got the blue, and you're on the Blue 4 squad, and all of a sudden the city is full of civilians running every which way.
Yeah, how could you tell who's who?
And you put in and think about it this way: you could throw everybody for a loop and say, "Hey, in the mission parameters, there's suicide bombers in the town."
Oh God!
Right? What does that do to it?
Dude, they're gonna be shooting everybody.
Yeah. So let's say we want to put a Dishka up here, right? It doesn't quite work through that firing hole, but it covers that good. It covers a pretty good sector of fire still too, right?
Yeah, for sure. This really makes you like work your creativity.
Yeah. So we've got that set up now, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, what else did I want to do? Oh, yeah, you were asking about the Zeus part.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you go to Systems, Zeus, and literally all it is going to Game Master, dropping that module down. I'll sync it to the player, but then also you come in here and type owner. So that'll be the role description. Or it won't be the role description, it'll be the variable name. And then I always check the box for all add-ons, including unofficial, because that gives it access to the mods too.
To the mods, yeah.
Yeah. So see where it says variable name? This should also say Chim Chim if we're doing the Zeus stuff.
Okay. And so then that's how you know to select that one so you can play and Zeus at the same time.
Yeah.
It'll say like Ragnar or whatever.
Yeah. So just for sake, we'll do it this way. Ragnar. And then we can name it, you know, literally just call it Zeus or something. Hit OK, go in here, go back to Chim Chim. So hit continue. So now, oh, he's taking a nap.
Ooh. Whoopsies.
Oh, that didn't work. Either way. So, but now all I have to do is press Y. And I'm in Zeus. So I'm in a live 3D editor mode.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Because Y note doesn't even do anything.
No.
And that's how you can just add all the stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like people.
Yep.
Usually is it just people?
I can add whatever I want. Civilians, independents, tanks,
events,
empty vehicles and shit like that. Oh, yeah. Modules. So, like, check this out. I can come in. This is how I get you guys a lot of time. You
could remote control those guys.
Yeah. So, let's see. British Armed Forces.
Well, you'll be like the sniper that's screwing us all up.
Yep. Right, so now I can come in here, remote control.
Nice. Nothing to see here. Almost running over civilians. No worries.
So look, you can't even really tell that it's a fighting position up there in this fog.
Yeah, you can't. It looks like just a building.
So watch when I drive past. Let's see if the Op 4 will engage us. Oh, that guy got a gun. Dude with the RPG right there.
Obviously, if we were playing, we'd probably be shooting the hell out of this thing.
Well, watch this.
Oh my gosh.
They have a respawn right here, so they're gonna keep respawning. Oh, they got me. They killed.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Wow.
and then I can delete it. So that's how I was fucking with you guys on the Vietnam mission.
Yeah.
Is I would shoot at you guys from somewhere, and then I would delete that VC person.
Oh
So, and let's say we want to drop some Artie on them, right?
my gosh. So was that all already you?
No. No, none of the, on the last one Friday, none of it was me.
Rods from God?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen this one. Oh, I think that just shut that down.
Oh, I think I know what that is. That's like, have you ever played
Oh, yeah.
Call of Duty Ghost, or the Ghost Recon one?
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
Ghost Warrior?
Yeah.
Those big ass things that are
Tungsten rods that are dropped from orbit.
Rod. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's all that. But yeah, I mean, imagine being Blue 4 on the patrol through here, and you know, if we just took the time as players, and we just stacked this full of us with all this ambient stuff going on, and a few of us were on the Blue 4 and the foot patrol, you know?
That'd be dope. That'd be so cool. You
So
have no idea what's going on.
no.
And this all the chaos of the people running around, the cars and everything.
Right.
You'd be shooting so many civilians. That's awesome.
Yep. So
I appreciate you showing me this. This is cool.
yeah, man. So I'll save this. I'll save this one, and this will show you. Like, look at all these that I've done, dude.
Gosh, dude.
And those are just the multiplayer ones. I have a whole bunch of single player ones too.
They just do for fun.
Yep.
Nice.
Or imagine, okay, that's the other flip way, right? Imagine doing it this way, like this, and putting a bunch of zombie spawners around that are triggered by civilians crossing into their zone.
Yeah.
Think about all the civilians walking around would cause all the zombies to trigger.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It'd be like The Last of Us.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool too. And then putting like a bunch of airplanes crashing and shit.
Yeah.
That'd be some surreal shit.